Hello guys, I am Dr. Prashant from S-Prompts. Welcomes you all for the Operations and Supply Chain Management subject lecture series. And today our topic for discussion is quality. Quality is a very common terminology that we use in our day-to-day life. Whenever we as a customer want to purchase a product or hire a services, then of course we always prefer to get the highest quality product or the highest quality services. For the same customer at the different time frame, the expectations of quality from the product or services may vary. So what quality means to us, let us try to understand. Okay, so our question to be answered is what is quality and why quality is important to customers as well as to the manufacturer. Of course, whenever we are purchasing a product, we always intend to have certain benefits, certain user specific benefits from the product or the service. So the product should deliver what the customer is expecting out of that product. So quality is very important for the customer, because if the product is delivering the desired services or desired benefits to the customer will become satisfied and the customer may repurchase the same product. Similarly, from the manufacturer's point of view, customer satisfaction is most important. So if the expectations of customers are matching to the performance of the product, then the satisfied customer will contribute in the performance, growth and profitability of the organization. Hence, quality is important to customer as well as to the manufacturer. Quality is actually a relative term, because whenever we are purchasing any particular product, we always try to relate its quality with some other product's quality. Say for example, I am purchasing a small product like a jeans for me, then obviously I will compare it with the highest priced or highest quality brand which I know, maybe in terms of color, maybe in terms of its glossiness, maybe in terms of its texture, maybe in terms of its lifetime, whatever it can be, but it is always a relative term. Quality definition varies from end users to end user, that too at different time frame. Means same customer may have different definition or expectations of quality from the same product at different time frames. How that we'll see in upcoming examples. So quality is related to some standards which are being laid down by the producers or the end users, because whenever I am paying for the product, I will have some level or some standards of product expectations, right? If product or services fits to the expectations of the end users, then it is of a perceived quality. So as we were talking about the different time frames, the definition of quality varies from end user to end user. Let us see the examples. Here, say for example, there is an XYZ airline company is there, and I am one of the frequent traveler of that airline services. Then once at one particular situation, say for example, I am going out along with my family members for holiday or vacations, then my expectations of quality from the airlines will be the journey should be comfortable, right? Whereas if I am going on some business trip for business meeting, the same airline, my expectation will be that it should start on time, it should reach to the destination on time. Whereas suppose I am a frequent traveler, then I will be also expecting that the services should be of low cost as compared to other airline services. If I am going for the healthcare services, then my expectations of quality or expectations of services from the healthcare company will be a correct diagnosis of the disease. There should be a minimum waiting time being a patient for the doctor, and the services should be at the lowest possible cost. If I am talking about the postal services, the quality expectations will be related to fastest delivery of the product, correct delivery, that is to the right person, and it should be cost containment to the customer. So you can go through the remaining examples and you can identify what exactly means quality. So what is quality? Quality is simply nothing but meeting or exceeding the customer's expectations from the product. And what is reliability? Reliability is the ability of the product and service to continue to meet the customer's requirement. Let us try to understand this definition. Okay, say for example, we know that there are some products we know we are paying very less to those products, and we also believe that this product will run for a short period of time. If the short period of time the product is running and my purpose is getting solved, that means my expectations are being fulfilled. Then I will say, even though the product is of an under quality, but still since it has fulfilled my requirement, it is of a good quality. And reliability means the product should deliver the benefits or the intended services for the longer period of time without any interruption, without any stoppage in between. Then we will say the product is reliable. So quality is also defined as excellence in the product or service that fulfills or exceeds the expectations of the customer. The quality is an abstract perception. It is a quantitative measure. So we can put quality as Q is equal to P divided by E, where Q stands for quality, P stands for performance. This performance is as what has been mentioned by the manufacturer, and E is the expectations from the customers. So to get the highest quality, the P should always be higher than the E. That means whatever the companies are claiming about the performance or the intended benefits about the product or the services, it should always exceed than the expectations of the customers. There are 8 dimensions of quality as suggested by Garvin in 1987. The first dimension of quality is the performance. That means whatever is the intended job of the product should deliver it. Say for example, me as a customer have purchased a mixer or a grinder, then obviously the intended job of that product is the mixing and the grinding. If the product is fulfilling this intended job, then I will say the product is performing and the product is of a desired quality. Second dimension of quality is reliability, that the product should not fail. Say for example, I have purchased a good quality, good brand television just to watch the business related news. One particular day there is some important business related news which I am expecting to watch at a particular time, and if say for example the product fails, the TV doesn't start, or if the TV starts but it doesn't deliver the voice quality, then obviously I will say the product is not reliable. So how often does the product or service fail affects the reliability dimension of the quality. Third is durability. How long does the product or service last? Every product will have a specific lifetime. So if the product is going through all the stages of life and it is lasting for a long period of time, then we can say the product is a durable. The product must have the fourth dimension, that is serviceability. May it be a car, maybe it be an electronic product, or may it be anything, whatever, whenever there will be a problem, the product should get repaired and it should get the proper and desired services from the service providers. The fifth dimension of quality is aesthetic, that the product should look good, smell good, sound good, feel good, so that it should give a pleasant experience to the customer. The sixth dimension of quality is the features. What does the product do or service that it can give? Say for example, I have purchased a bike and I have purchased it based on the benefit or based on the manufacturer's conformance, that is the product will give the maximum speed of 220 km/h. Then obviously the speed will become my expectations, or the feature of the car or feature of the bike should be the speed. Similarly, if I'm purchasing a car, then I will always prefer to have a good mileage out of it. So every product will have different features and different expectations from the customer, that the customer should get all those features from that product. Perceived quality. What is the reputation of the company or its product or services? Now, of course, if I am purchasing a television from Sony or as compared to a Sanyo, then definitely my expectation of product from Sony will be higher as compared to the Sanyo. Eighth dimension of the quality is the conformance to standards. Confirmation of performance of the product should match to the intended standards of the product. So these are the 8 dimensions of quality. There are different approaches to define the quality. So user-based approach is simply the product should fit to the user's expectation, that the product must meet the needs of the customer. The production-based approach, that the product should match to the standards or the specifications, maybe industry specifications or maybe the global specifications, and it should be in terms of the quality of confirmation of performance. The value-based approach, as the customers are paying for the product or services, then matching to the product cost or the services cost, the benefits should be received to the customers. So if we have to define what value means, then value is nothing but benefits divided by price or the cost which is being paid by the customer. So the value will always increase if the price decreases or the benefits increases. So the companies should always look out for giving the maximum benefits to the customer at the lowest possible price. Manufacturers' view on quality. Different views of quality that can exist in the same field. If the engineer is looking out for a quality, then a product engineer might associate quality with the product design. The marketing executive might associate quality with the quick acceptance from the customers. An accounting point of view, an accountant might associate quality with the low product cost and high profit margin to the organization. So customers' view will be always rightful level of expectations to buy a product at the lowest possible cost to get a high degree of satisfaction. So quality is important because quality is ultimately important to be delivered consistently. Quality is ultimately important to be delivered at the lower price. Quality is ultimately important to be delivered for longer period of time. Quality is also ultimately important for getting customer satisfaction, and quality is ultimately important for the organizations to maintain reputation in the market, growth and profitability. So that's all from my side. SPrompts is for simplified solutions for professional management practitioners and trainers. So see you again with the new topic in the lecture series from SPrompts. Thank you guys.